All right. We finally have things moving along here. I apologize for the delay. But in the meantime, we have an early visit from Mr. H.H. Gregory. Yes, that's right. Everybody say hello. H.H. loves to be part of the show. You hear that purr? That was pretty strong, right? Making an early visit tonight, huh? And playing notes. Good evening, Morgan S. It's good to see you in here. So here's our contractual obligation. It is halftime of the Sixers game, and it is tight. I'm wearing my Sixers. I'm going to be watching the game. Please don't spoil anything. I'm here because I love you all, and I'm here to play some music for you and do my best not to be distracted by the fact that that first half ended in ignominious fashion. It was pretty crappy. But Sixers are up 2. And we'll move on. And if anyone starts to spoil anything, I want the rest of you that are watching to just put random spoilers that actually aren't true to try and cancel out anyone who's actually trying to spoil the game for me. In the meantime, let's play some music, why don't we? This is for all the Reddit day traders out there. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about do, re, mi. AMC 1, 2, 3. Baby, you and me. AMC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about do, re, mi. 1, 2, 3. AMC. Baby, you and me. AMC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about do, re, mi. 1, 2, 3. AMC. Baby, you and me. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about do, re, mi. 1, 2, 3. AMC, baby, you and me. AMC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about do, re, mi. 1, 2, 3. AMC, baby, you and me. GameStop. 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 So as many of you know, all these Reddit day traders are making a killing right now. Lately it's been AMC. Before that, this song I wrote about GameStop. GameStop stocks. Yes, we're going to try and play it now. GameStop. Look at the small guys kicking acid. GameStop. Making the big boy suits go boom. GameStop. We'll buy up all of our favorite remnants of the 80s. Helping to certify a doom. GameStop. Marching our way out to Wall Street, clearing it out. The only distressed asset here is you. GameStop. 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 Ready or not, we come and not GameStop. Better not sell us short too. Robin Hood's coming to redistribute all your diamonds. Turn all your paper into blue. Ripping our way down through Wall Street, tearing out hearts. It seems that you're soiling your shorts, and the bailout just ships go boom. Andromeda to the moon. Wall Street bets are here, and we will not shed a tear when those pompous privileged goons choke on the silver spoons. Wall Street bets are here, and we let out the yellow cheer as our rocket ships go boom. Andromeda to the moon. Hedge funds in demand. Wall Street bets are here. Judge short and stuff. They're the ones that go to the sheets. I know everywhere. Steal your shots and double down. Stocks, tendy, scammer, squeeze. You will sit you on your knees. Hedge funds in demand. Wall Street bets are here. Judge short and stuff. They're the ones that go to the sheets. I know everywhere. Steal your shots and double down. Stocks, tendy, scammer, squeeze. You will sit you on your knees. Hedge funds in demand. Wall Street bets are here. Judge short and stuff. We're the ones that go to the sheets. I know everywhere. So steal your shots and double down. Stocks, tendy, scammer, squeeze. You will sit you on your knees. Hedge funds in demand. Wall Street bets are here. Judge short and stuff. We're the ones that go to the sheets. I know everywhere. So steal your shots and double down. Stocks, tendy, scammer, squeeze. You will sit you on your knees. What will be the next song? What will be the next stock that all these day traders are going against the people trying to short? I'm curious to find out. I have a few friends that have been investing in this stuff. And, you know, they like to brag when the money's going well. And so this is for them. That is for you all. It's great to see everybody in here again. I saw Morgan earlier. I saw Monique. I saw Tanya. I see Shauna. I think I saw Kevin, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I know Kevin will be here eventually if he isn't already. I hope everyone's having a great night. I hope that no one spoils the Sixers game for me. Again, this is important to me. If it were Game 7, there's no way I was going to be going on. If it was a win-or-go-home game, it wasn't going to happen. So at some point, we will have to figure out what to do when the inevitable schedule gods decide to make another conflict for me. I would like to hear what you would prefer. If there is another 7 p.m. or 7:30 start time and the Sixers are playing in a do-or-die game, would you rather have a later live stream? Would you rather have a wacky Wednesday instead, one day later? Or would you rather me just take the week off? Because one of those three is going to happen. Anyway, I do hope everyone's having a great week. Everyone's staying cool, calm, collected, and living their best lives. I have a few requests tonight, and I'm actually very thankful. I always appreciate the requests. So if you have any more and you haven't contacted me with songs you'd like to hear tonight of my material, please send them my way. Oh, I'm totally winging it tonight. In fact, I'm so winging it for two reasons. One, Sixers. Two, I got a broken tooth. I'm in pain. I got some oral surgery coming at me tomorrow. So that's how it's going to be. Nah, I love you all too much, Kevin. I got to play. I gots to play. But if it does come up in the future and it's the finals, maybe I'll take the week off. But as long as you're all still showing up, I want to play some music for you all. I want to say hi. I'd like to stay in touch with everybody. So, but in the meantime, since we are singing with a broken tooth, let's see if we can come up with something for that. And actually, hold on one second. There's one more important thing to do that I nearly forgot. It is not one of my money teeth. It's upper right. I think it was an old filling that cracked on me. And it actually cracked on me a couple weeks ago, but now it's starting to really kind of get to me. So that's how it goes. But you cannot stop.
Tuesday, Tuesday.
That's right. No, you cannot stop.
Tuesday, Tuesday.
What's that now? You cannot stop.
Tuesday, Tuesday.
It's much better the third time with the extra echo. That's at least my belief system on that. But since we're singing with a broken tooth.
Singing with a broken tooth. Singing with a broken tooth. Singing with a broken tooth. Singing with a broken tooth. I'm singing with a broken tooth. Ow, ow. I'm singing with a broken tooth. I'm singing with a broken tooth. I'm singing with a broken tooth. Singing with a broken tooth. I'm singing with a broken tooth. I'm singing with a broken tooth. 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 I'll sing with a broken tooth. Singing with a broken tooth. Singing with a broken tooth. I'm singing with a broken tooth. Singing with the broken tooth. I'm singing with the broken tooth. Singing with the broken tooth. I don't want to go into surgery. I wish the broken out. I don't want to have anymore. Singing with the broken tooth. Ow! Singing with the broken tooth. I don't sing it with the broken tooth. I wish the broken tooth. I don't want to have anymore. Singing with the broken tooth. Singing with the broken tooth. It hurts. Singing with the broken tooth. Singing with the broken tooth. I am singing with the broken tooth. I am singing with the broken tooth. Singing with the broken tooth. Singing with the broken tooth. Singing with the broken tooth.
That was an original. And that's what happens when you wing it. Winging it all night long. A song about radishes. Yes, I can come up with a song about radishes, but I'm going to need like 2 or 3 other subjects to roll with it, and I'll try to tie it together into a narrative. So we'll come back whenever you come up with a few other subjects, topics, so forth. So Sophie's been raising radishes for school. Okay. Radishes have consumed my life. That will be the opening line of the song we concoct together. If you can give me one other thing to go with it, then we'll stir up a narrative to it. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and play one of the requests I received today. And I posted about this on Facebook earlier. I posted an old live performance with the band Land of Chocolate. And if you check it out, you'll hear it is substantially different than what you're going to hear now. And that's because, you know, it's tough to translate an entire band live with myself and a piano. So you find a way to excise. You take a little X-Acto knife to it, and you cut it and piece it together, and you find something that makes sense musically for a one-man show. This is called The Pursuit of Happiness. But you and I know that fate doesn't make us, we make it. And it's time for me to make my own. I'm so tired of feeling cold. Time to break free of this mode. It's time to break it down. If I thought that life was simple, I could try to stay within the lines. But you and I know the longer I wait or hesitate, the sooner that moment is gone. I'm so tired of feeling cold. Time to break free of this mode. I'm doing it. I've been feeling so damn old. Time to break free of this mode. It's time to break it down.
So those of you who want to find the original version of that song in album form, you can go and check out the live footage from 2003, 18 years ago. It's literally a teenager now. It can vote. That's insane. Or you can go to landofchocolate.band.com, go to the Regaining the Feel album and look for The Pursuit of Happiness there and listen to it for yourself. In the meantime, I'm going to play maybe some old Damn Fine Coffee stuff. Why, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. You. Radishes have consumed my life. Radishes are ravaging my brain. All right, those are two lines I'm rolling with, but I'm going to come back to it because I'm feeling a different song right now. This is a track off of the first Damn Fine Coffee album. It's entitled Are We Near It?
Were you saying something? 'Cause I heard nothing at all. Are you feeling nothing? 'Cause I felt it all along. closer to a more enlightened state. Am I doubling down now on another losing hand? Is this all according to some fucked up master plan? If faith is all we need, why are we still searching out in vain? If faith will set us free, why are we so strapped inside our brains? Is it all we know? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it? Are you saying something? So it's been a tough week in news for me personally. I lost a high school friend. Unfortunately, he had heart troubles most of his life. But my high school friend, Eric Atherhole, passed away this past week. And his celebration of life, I believe, was yesterday. But I also found out earlier today that one of my best friends from college lost her mom. This would be the third set of losses in the past few months that go along with my college friend Lou Amoroso, who passed away from pancreatic cancer. So the next couple songs I'm going to play are dedicated to them and to anyone that you all may have lost of late that you might be thinking about at this point in time. The first one is an instrumental, and the second tune I wrote many, many years ago, but we don't get out of this alive. None of us do. And I've been very lucky for the most part up until this past year at not having to experience much in the way of death. But it's not something that has been out of my mind. And I wrote the second song, which is called All We Are, just as a reminder of there's going to come a point in time where we have to say goodbye to those who we love. And that's probably the best explanation I can give about that. But it deals specifically from my end about the point in time when my parents are still around, they're still together, but there's going to be a day they're not. And so this is about them in that moment and trying to appreciate the now and the here. First up, the instrumental. sudden clarity. So thankful for the love you always gave to me. All we are and all we'll ever be is grateful for this love, for this family. I've seen the broken souls that live in misery. So hollow and alone, it's all they've ever seen. And they say all we are and all we'll ever be is faded but apples just falling from the tree. Oh, time is racing forward. Oh, I don't wanna let this go. Why must it take so long for us to appreciate this? Why must we all lose something close before we grow? I wanna take the time to tell you what you mean. You sacrificed it all to help us reach our dream. All we are, all we'll ever be is faded but apples just falling from the tree. Oh, time is racing forward. Oh, I don't wanna let this go. I love you more than you'll ever know. All right, who's cutting onions? I don't appreciate it. You're making me look bad. I appreciate all the positive feedback and compliments. It's really means a lot to me. Yeah, it's funny. I really came in without much of a plan, but then I found out, oh my goodness, Wonk Fish. I know who that is. That's my boy. It's my boys choir man, who's no longer in the boys choir. He's graduated. But so some of you know, some of you don't know. I kind of serve during non-pandemic times as a ringer for the Philadelphia Boys Choir. And let me tell you, it is fascinating and interesting to come full circle from having been a boy in the choir who drove my chaperone nuts to now being that chaperone who sometimes gets driven nuts. But Peyton, you've always been cool. You've always been good with me. You've never been a troublemaker. So I appreciate you coming out. I hope you're doing well. Tell me how life has been going. Give me a little update on what's happening in your world. I know that you are now a graduate of the Philadelphia Boys Choir and moving on to better things in life. So I'd love to hear how you're doing, how your family's doing, how you're all holding up during all this. In the meantime, I cannot believe it is already 9:40, but it is time for that cover tune challenge. You'll know this one. All of you will know this one. And you'll probably know it within the first two notes. So, if you're not familiar with the cover tune challenge, I've been doing this every week, but the basis of it is I take a guitar-based song and transpose it to piano. Sometimes put my own little spin on it. Sometimes keep it pretty close to the vest and how it's supposed to be. But then once I play the song, if you're the first person to correctly guess the artist and the title of the song, you get a free digital download of one of my albums. Some of you have won every album so far. And some of us on this end may not have sent every album your way yet, Mr. Kevin Feely. But that doesn't stop you from being able to guess. And as we saw last week, you can be a generous person and donate your win to anyone else who happens to be attending and in the chat room at that point in time. In a rarity, this cover tune challenge will have backing vocals. Yes, they're essential. They're kind of important. So anyway, I'm going to take a quick swig of water and do my best to do this song justice. And by swig, I mean down almost half the bottle. You know. Okay, well, the sound is an ever-changing problem. Musically, hopefully, it's at the levels it needs to be, but you know, every once in a while, I might happen to knock something around in the room and mess it up a little bit. But I will listen back, as I tend to do afterwards, critique myself, and trust me, I critique myself in a major way. But I'll listen back to the sound. If there's any adjustments that need to be made, I'll do so. And eventually, we're going to overhaul the entire system here and try our best to get everything running in stereo and also include my drum set. That's right, you heard me. Oh, one thing I want to throw your way before I do the cover tune challenge. So I found out an interesting little thing I can do here. With this piano, this is how technologically challenged I am. I actually have drum beats. It's not going to be the same as actually doing the drums myself, but let's see if I can find the one that was cracking me up earlier today, because it may remind you of a song. Get the right tempo here. And this artist had a birthday the other day. Now, they're no longer with us, unfortunately, but this will be like a prelude to the cover tune challenge. If you can figure this out as well, then cool. You also get a download. Wendy? Yes, Lisa. Is the water warm enough? Yes, Lisa. Shall we begin? Yes, Lisa. There's a lot of squealing guitar as well. And I didn't bother learning the rest of the tune, but I did see Tanya was saying it's got to be Prince. It absolutely is Prince. Do you know the song title? It is off the Purple Rain album, which, as an aside, yes, that was fun, right? That was a good time. As an aside, I was listening to that album nonstop as like a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old when it came out. And my gosh, to realize I was singing the lyrics to Darling Nikki, which is borderline pornographic, but not knowing at all what they meant. It's kind of funny. Yes, Computer Blue is the correct name of that tune. So Morgan, you get a digital download of your choice. Now we move on to the actual cover tune challenge, where the prize is almost double, but they don't actually double. It's the same prize. So, you know, you're stuck with it. Get your fingers ready. Here we go.
Safe
Smiling next to you. So I saw multiple people had it right. I don't see on the screen who was first. So if you in the chat room can let me know who was the winner. If there's a tie, I don't mind giving out a couple free downloads. I mean, it's just music, and this is the world we live in now. It used to be you played to sell the music. Now you just kind of give away the music and hope that people will watch you play. So I do see Kevin Feely had. I could have sworn in the side of my eye I saw Paul Sanders in the house. Good to see you, buddy. And I think he might have had it as well. But yes, Queensryche, Silent Lucidity. It's a beautiful song. It's a bit overplayed back in the day. But now that we've had some time and some space away from it, now we can recognize it for the quality tune it is. So there you go. Anyone who got it right, I'll go back in and I will basically, I got a brief spoiler on the Sixers. Damn it, I should never have looked at my phone, but this is where I keep everything. I keep everything on my phone. So anyway, it's not over yet. It ain't over yet. But anyway, yeah, it is a beautiful song. Thank you, Morgan. And Queensryche has a bunch of great material, honestly. It is almost a shame that they're best known just for that one song, but they have a good catalog of material to go through, especially the Empire album. Yo, what's up, Paul? Sup, buddy? So I did promise a Radishes song. So it was like radishes on my brain, radishes ravaging my life. Let me see if I can come up with something real quick. Check. We are having technical difficulties again. What the hell? Can you hear me? We're going to try unplugging and replugging. I might have to reboot a couple things. If you hear a pop, I apologize. Check, check. Check one. Check. I'm not getting any sound on my end here. Can you hear? Nah, something's up with the microphone here, so we got to test a couple connections. Good times. Check. All right. Well, at least we got it working now, right? So we're gonna. All right, we got a cable connection issue here. So let's just play some instrumental stuff for now. Microphone working again. Please don't fuck up on me another time, as I don't want to be playing instrumentals all night. All night. All right, so we're just going to play a couple more tunes while this microphone is still running. If it goes out again, we may cut it short, and then I'll get back to the Sixers. But If you got any more requests, please send them my way. I know that I have a couple other requests I was planning on doing tonight, including, as I went back to, yes, so I found out a way that I can kind of pre-record a couple keyboard parts. So I'm going to give this my best shot. This is a request. It is the last track off of the second Land of Chocolate album. It's called Ungrateful.
We saw your face on the news today. Don't want to believe a single word of what they say. Is it our fault you went and turned your back on us? Did we fall short, or are you just too than I ungrateful, ungrateful son. Nothing that we said was ever quite enough to send you on your way. I know that we can never bring you back. More to say. Choices that you make affect us more than you know. If only we could go back. It seems that faith is all that's left to give. Although I believe in you, there's not much more to do. You're fading blame us if you must, as the story's done.
So the original version of that song has like a 3-part vocal harmony, pretty cool effect at the end of it, and a kick-ass guitar solo by one Jonn Buzby. I highly recommend you check it out when you get a chance. Obviously, it might sound a little... It's weird because it's tough to tell on just piano and vocals whether or not the distortion, I'm doing a lot of minor seconds. I'm doing like a... And it might not translate the same way as it did with little ethereal synthesizer sounds, but it is what it is, and I thank Morgan for the request on that. I'm going to go ahead and play 2 more, I think. If you want to throw any other requests my way, please do. But in the interim, I think I'm going to play one of my favorite tunes. It's a Damn Fine Coffee tune off the 2nd album. By the way, to answer your question, Charlie, I was planning on... learning the theme song for another show, but I do know it's clap your hands, everybody, for Philadelphia 76ers. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6ers, 10, 9, 8, 76ers. But I figure I'm going to save that for hopefully when they're in the conference finals or in the finals. Please do not spoil any outcome from tonight's game. I have the second half on pause right now. I got to see up until halftime. But then music, you know, got to do this. Got to play my show. Anyway, love you all. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. This song is called These Changes. And once again, this is also to double check whether I have the right side of the patches here. You're listening to
Tuesday.
with me. Oh no, not again. Not again. Can you hear me? This sucks. Come on now. It seems to work fine when I turn back on the effects. So there's something running through the effects pedal wonky. So you're just going to have to hear a little bit of echo when I speak. But this is entitled, as I said before, it is called These Changes. But we're going to do it again because I forgot to switch foot pedal switches to my number, and I don't want to screw up this song. It's too beautiful not to. So that was just a prelude, just to give you a feel, just a taste, just a sliver, an appetizer, if you will. And now, for the full, unadulterated version of These Changes.
Standing tall.
And all I can say is we'll be okay. In our life there'll be strife. These changes are happening everywhere we turn. The strangeness is all around, forcing us to So that is the live ending with a band. I usually resolve it back to the original. But you know what? Let's go a little bit more angry tonight. Seems right. Brett Higgins, it's great to see you. You know, I owe you a digital download. You don't know this, but I owe you one. Because you suggested some Faith No More a couple weeks back. And I went ahead. I didn't take your Faith No More suggestion, but I did two Faith No More songs. Digging the Grave and Ricochet. So you should be able to backtrack if you want. Find them. It's usually around the midway part of any show. But I think a couple weeks ago, did a couple Faith No More tunes in your honor. And therefore, thus, and furthermore, if there is an album of mine that you would like a digital download for free, just let me know and I'll send it your way. Appreciate you all stopping in tonight. Appreciate your time, your energy. Since we opened the show with a little HH and some technical difficulties, we're going to end the show with a little HH as well. HH, what do you want me to play? Any last songs, people? I usually end with one tune or another that... One More for the Road, Final Call. But I'm open to any other suggestions that people might have. If not, we're just going to move forward with Final Call and call it a night. So again, be good to each other, be good to yourself, be kind, and put goodwill into the world as best you can. With that being said, I out of here after this. I'm telling you something's wrong with this. I'm telling you something's wrong with this. I'm telling you something's wrong with this.
something's wrong with this. I'm telling you something's wrong with this. And we cannot face it. I'm telling you something's wrong with this. And we cannot face it. And we will not face it, I know. Well, shopping debt is up against your throat. It's water in your boat. What more can you take? Go hang yourself and live to plenty of rope. I've given you plenty of minor mistakes. There'll be no comeback today. Put up barricades to block your only road. A self-fulfilling ode. What more can you freak? Go hang yourself and live to plenty of rope. I've given you plenty of minor mistakes. There'll be no comeback today. Gotta go! Gotta go! I'm telling you something's wrong with this. And we cannot face it. I'm telling you something's wrong with this. Look back on those days. You overplayed your role. The lights on, are you still? What more can you take? You hung yourself and left us plenty of rope. I've given you plenty of minor mistakes. There'll be no comeback today. Gotta go! Gotta go! Your role in my life was left unaccounted for. Just wasted footage you've all seen so often before. Fall flat on your face, just looking for that little more. Thank you all again. As I miss my bass notes. If you like what you hear, please like it, subscribe, share. Do what you can to try and get this music out to others. And I appreciate it always.
Thank you all so much. Have a great week. I'll see you in 1 week's time, hopefully with a little less technical difficulty. But I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Peace.